Hello, Cheryl here, the No Sugar Coach. Today is day 37 of my carnivore experiment. It's the first day of February. In yesterday's video, I went over my progress so far, and I said I was making a few small changes. Namely, I'm going to aim for 2 meals a day, and I'm going to also watch my portion sizes. So, why 2 meals a day? Well, in all honesty, I'm seldom ever hungry by the time the dinner hour comes. My favorite meals have always been breakfast and lunch. And so why not just eat all of my food during those 2 meals instead of also including dinner? Now, I'm usually in bed by 9 o'clock. And even though I never eat past 6 o'clock, I still feel full by bedtime. And I don't really like going to bed feeling that way. So my plan is breakfast around 9 a.m. and my last meal around 3 p.m. And this is referred to as time restricted eating, or TRE. Time restricted eating is a specific window of time each day, which usually ranges between 6 to 12 hours. Now, during that time, you eat your meals. It doesn't mean that you graze all that time, so it's not like 6 hours of nonstop eating. So, for instance, in my example, I'm looking at a 6 hour window, so I can eat 2 or 3 meals in that time. So I end up eating all of my calories and get all of my nutritional needs in that 6 hour time frame. So the rest of the time I'm fasting, and I think that that's going to suit me really, really well. Well, we'll see. And I'll definitely let you know how that goes. So if you want to try that, it's quite flexible because it's based on your personal preferences. So if you love having, lunch and dinner, you could do that instead, or you could have your 3 meals in the span of, 8, 10, or 12 hours. You get to decide. Some people have reported that they end up eating less, and consequently, some folks are losing weight, and some have said that their blood sugar drops to, healthier levels. Now, what's the difference between time restricted eating and intermittent fasting? Well, they're pretty similar dietary approaches, but they differ in their focus and their implementation. Time restricted eating limits food consumption, like I said, to a specific window while fasting the rest of the time. Intermittent fasting, on the other hand, can involve different schedules, and they include things like alternate day fasting or periodic fasting, extended fasting, dry fasting. There's all sorts of different ways of fasting. But time restricted eating is the same daily pattern. Intermittent fasting usually involves 12 or more hours of fasting, or sometimes days of fasting and then feasting. Time restricted eating aims to align eating with the body's natural circadian rhythm, while intermittent fasting is focused on different cycles of eating and fasting. One is not better than the other, it's just a personal preference. And both are said to show benefits for weight management, metabolic health, autophagy, and overall well being. And I'll talk about autophagy in an upcoming video. So I'm going to give time restricted eating a shot. And of course, I will let you know how that goes. I don't expect that I'll do it every single day, but I will aim to do it most of the time. I think it's going to be pretty natural for me. Anyway, let me know if you've ever tried fasting of any kind. I would love to hear, how you did, if you like doing it and what your results were. I love hearing from you. So I guess that's it for me today, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.